Good morning. Welcome to the 9 a.m. update of our winter storm for January 19th. It's a Friday. It's beautiful out if you like snowfall, as it is a moderate snowfall out here in Freehold, New Jersey. We'll take a look at the radar in just a moment. Snow is starting to finally break out in northern New Jersey, where we're seeing snow up here in Sussex, light snow, about a 3/4 of a mile of visibility. Around JFK, we're getting light snow. Not yet in Newark, but I don't think that's going to be lasting for much longer. I'm also getting reports around Manhattan, also of some areas of snow and some snow flurries out here towards Long Island. Light snow has actually started to break out in portions of Connecticut, right around Meriden and Marmac, Connecticut. So there we go. Meanwhile, in southern New Jersey, we're seeing light to moderate snow taking place and moderate snow around Monmouth County. And off towards Wrightstown, we got broken clouds right now, overcast around Wrightstown. And around Toms River, we have light snow. Philadelphia, light to moderate snow. As we head towards Delaware, we have moderate snow right around Wilmington. So you get the idea here. Snow is breaking out throughout the region. As we look at our radar zoomed out again, you can see the heavier banding starting to show up in central New Jersey, maybe even pushing into portions of northern New Jersey. But see these little breaks here? This is a signal of subsidence here because of strong lifting here. And when we zoom in on the radar and we get a little bit more into the details here of this evolution, take a look at these bands that are starting to show up here. You got a nice band here over southeastern Pennsylvania to the north and west of Philadelphia. You're getting a band starting to take shape here around Vinland. And wouldn't you know it, you're getting bands taking place in central and southern Monmouth County and Ocean County. Let's see if we can get this. And here's the latest images, and you can see that band really starting to take hold here, really starting to organize and extending down towards southwestern New Jersey. And that doesn't mean that it's not snowing down here like in Atlantic City or around New Garden in southeastern Pennsylvania. What this is trying to show is the ability of picking out where the heavier bands are taking place. Especially, it's very important when you're doing that during winter storms to pick out where these bands are starting to take place and where the axis is starting to set up. And we're clearly starting to see that set up in these locations now. Meanwhile, when we take a look at our latest SPC data, there is our jet streak heading towards intensifying and heading towards the mid-Atlantic coast. We're starting to get that lifting taking place over the mid-Atlantic. When we take a look at our frontogenesis, we'll work down in the atmosphere. So we'll start at 700 millibars. And you can see the frontogenesis starting to take shape here. Again, the bulk of this is going to be late this morning, 11 a.m., 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, as this whole evolution takes shape. 850 millibars, you can see the frontogenesis taking shape through Trenton into Monmouth County, locations around southeastern Pennsylvania. Again, notice again where this is lining up and where this is starting to line up. Okay, so pretty nice match over there with the lifting. And at 925 millibars, we got the frontogenesis taking shape here around Virginia. Not so much around the Jersey Shore just yet. We'll see whether that continues or not. But still, when we go back to this, time to put away the models and just do the nowcasting and take a look at the actual observations. So if we just went models, 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 then we would be looking at this and saying, hey, at 9 a.m., it'd be very light snow. And it's not happening. So this is a very important. When I say meteorology, not modelology, sometimes you have to step back from the models and say, okay, what based on your education, what synoptically makes sense and what mesoscale makes sense, and what are your experiences based on this? And as you become a better meteorologist, and as you go on in years and you've screwed up forecasts enough, you start to learn from some of those lessons. And the one thing I learned when it comes to mesoscale banding, don't try to be perfect. Just try to be good enough to explain what the threats are. If you try to be perfect and try to alter your forecast and move it with every model guidance and change your forecast every time a model comes out, you're going to get in trouble. And you're also probably going to get a pretty bad headache because you're going to be changing it a lot. Stay with your overall plan and then go from there. So that is what we're seeing here with our evolution. And here's the latest SKU-T sounding from the HRR over central New Jersey, right around where that band's taking place. And you can see zoomed in here, there is our instability, very weak. Okay, we're not talking about severe thunderstorms here. We're talking about just enough convective instability with enough lifting via that frontogenesis to set up some low top convection and banding up to about 800 millibars. And then you have this cap above that from 600 to 700 millibars. So it should be interesting to watch as we move on through the afternoon hours as this whole threat begins to evolve. So you could see the evolution taking shape here pretty nicely here with this storm. And thus far, I could say at 9 a.m., the storm's evolving pretty much as expected. We'll be back in the next hour. And as always, stay safe out there.